What's going on, guys? If you're like me, you have a lot of these and you need to clip them and turn them into bags of these. And we're going to talk about it. Do you like more money than your wildest dreams? Well, sell all of your Warhammer stuff and get your money back and buy a car. That's my plan. Recently, my van failed emissions. It was old. I didn't want to put any money in it anyway, but I wanted to pass emissions and then drive it until it died. It failed emissions, and then a couple days later, it actually stopped starting. So I sold it to a junkyard. And if you're unaware, with chip shortages and things, used car prices right now are up like 30%, and new cars are hard to find. I am not a new car person. I don't particularly like driving, but I did Google the cheapest new car, and that is a Chevy Spark. So I might be getting one of those if I find one. I don't know. But my plan, because I just recently moved, I am very fully aware and burdened by the amount of extra sprues and armies and half-built projects that I own. So I am going to eBay it all off and get down to the bare minimum for $40K. Honestly, I may just only keep the AdMech. I might get rid of the Eldar, Space Marines. Well, for sure I'm getting rid of the Space Marines. Any remaining Tyranid, Thousand Suns, anything I can find to get rid of. For sure. Age of Sigmar, I'll keep my third-party Sons of Behemoth. I just recently got, not too long ago, some Iron Jaws. I got to build and work on them. And that's going to be sort of my last hurrah at an Age of Sigmar army for a while. If I don't really enjoy playing them, it's going to be hard for me to keep any Age of Sigmar besides my Giants. Because for some reason the game, I'm pretty down on Games Workshop games. I haven't had a ton of fun with 9th edition 40K, and I haven't had a ton of fun at all with AOS 3. Even though they look pretty good on paper, the policies of seemingly, I don't know this for a fact, but it feels very much like we're paying to playtest this product or these games. And they're doing a design, they as in Games Workshop, are designing the things to be good and technically work in the game. But it seems much like a throw at the wall and see if it sticks, and then charge us again for chapter approved or General's Handbook while they attempt these little fixes. Yeah, we get the FAQs for free, but a lot of times they miss blatantly obvious things that the player base is just baffled by. Like the reason, how could a Chaos Space Marine not have 2 wounds yet? That's one sentence in a FAQ, but it just gives you the feeling that they're just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing if it sticks, and then they just kind of half-ass rein it in, see if they can make it playable. I don't know. Games feel very bad right now. I'm very hyped and very excited about Marvel Crisis Protocol. I think that's the best game right now. So if you are interested in selling on eBay or selling all your Warhammer stuff, if you've done it before, please let me know in the comments below, or if you've thought about it. But if you're interested in starting like a bit store and working from home, definitely go to my eBay link below. Save me as a seller, because I'm going to be putting up over the next probably month or more, however long it takes, all kinds of bits auctions. And a bag of bits like this maybe goes for $20. Maybe it gets lucky in an auction, goes for $50. But if you actually separated out these bits, for example, by the specific like Tyranid desirable weapons, say monstrous rending claws or whatever people want, if you separated those out and charged a couple bucks each, you could get a lot of money for your bits. Go on eBay right now, look at the sold listings for like maybe plasma guns or thunder hammers, storm shields, chain fists, various like war gear things that you might have 50 of in your bits box or whatever, and just go look. Like when you start talking about bits that can be going for like $3 a thing, and you might have 10 of them in a bits box for 5 years, that's $30 that you could turn that into. For my case, potentially a down payment on a car or a used car. And yeah, like I said, recently with moving, when you have to physically lift, I didn't hire movers, when you have to physically lift and move and then reorganize all your hobby stuff, it's daunting. Like, my place is a wreck right now. I just moved in like couple weeks ago. What is it, the 29th? A couple weeks ago, I finally moved in, and it's still very much like a hoard. So I'm trying to sell a bunch of stuff, get back in my hobby zen. I haven't been hobbying that much lately. Been sort of overwhelmed, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's just nice to clear out space. I mean, you start shipping out boxes of bits and stuff, and all of a sudden you got a couple $100 in your PayPal. You keep doing it, you got a couple thousand. Keep doing it, maybe you got 10,000, right? It's surprising. You would be surprised, especially I don't have one right on hand, but old models. I've been in the hobby a long time, so I might have an old Wood Elf Wizard from Warhammer Fantasy Battles in metal, and it might sell for $25 for one little old metal character that I think I probably paid $7.99 for, or $9.99 back on the rack in the blister packs. And there you have it. I got some orc bits I'm going to be putting up either tonight or in the next day or so. So if you're into orc bits, check out my eBay. If you have any questions about selling on eBay, I think I have some videos about making money on eBay and in the hobby. Definitely check those out. I really, really want to know, especially if you can capture it in words, how it felt to dump like 80% of your hobby hoard, your plastic crack, whatever you want to call it. Because if you assume like a model is going to take probably 2 hours of your time, each individual model probably takes 2 hours or more. Assuming you're cleaning in the mold lines, clipping it from the sprue, gluing, varnishing, priming, painting. I mean, painting alone can take 2 or more hours per model, especially a character model. But when I think I imagine I have a couple, I don't know, it's hard to say. There's got to be 1,000, 2,000 plus models in my little apartment here. And that's a lot of hours of commitment. And I think just turning it back into money, getting back on a more reasonable cycle of, first of all, I need the car for getting to the post office to ship to the Kickstarter backers. But yeah, just getting a more reasonable, manageable hoard. A lot of paints that as I finish them up, I'll probably just throw them away when I'm done. I don't think I'm going to rebuy a lot of colors. I think I'm going to shrink my color palette down a bit. Just got a little too much of everything, basically. A lot of too much of models, a little too much of hobby stuff. So let me know in the comments below how you doing, how'd you feel when you sold your stuff, or have you been thinking about selling your stuff? I definitely suggest eBay. I've tried to sell stuff locally, and a lot of times the buyers fall through, or they don't want to come to your side of town to pick it up, or they don't want to pay generally a good price for the product, and then you put it on eBay for $20 more and it sells in 8 hours. So I've had more luck on eBay, but sometimes I try to sell some stuff locally if I really just feel like dumping it at a pretty good price just to get rid of it. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoy me being back on the platform. I take a little break between the move and the vaccination and the car dying and then the car shopping and organizing a new place and of course the Kickstarter shipping, which is the majority of my backlog of important things to do. Is I have a lot of boxes I need to pack and ship out. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.